there we go. And we are live. I'm about to say, don't freeze up on me now. Say it's Bible reading here. It's important. Yeah. What's up, everybody? This your boy King Gabe here. Kind of a little earlier than expected. Um, I do apologize for that because I should have mentioned this in my weekly update. I actually was had planned to even do that because I was even, telling my wife about what I was going to be talking about in the weekly update and everything when we was in the car on our way from church there. That one of the things would be that I would be moving, that I would possibly have the Bible reading either today, like we're doing now, or on Thursday. This is because Wednesday, usually I'd be working in the morning on Wednesday or off, but most of the time I do work on Wednesday, but it'd be in the morning. So I'm usually here that evening. Again, unless I'm off or something, but I'm usually here in the evening on Wednesday. And yeah, we usually be here Wednesday night. But for some reason, they put me for working at night there. So yeah, and so that's kind of why that is. But so I figured I would have done it tonight there a little bit later, like at 8, like I usually do live stream in the evening time. But I figured I was going to do it early because there's some other things I want to do later tonight. So I'm gonna do this first there. Yeah, have get this to you guys there. Pretty interesting topic. We're coming on about the talking donkey. I've got a talking donkey. I'll never be so you telling me, Balaam, that you just gonna hit me after all this faithfulness I've had to you, and you just gonna hit me like that, Balaam? Who you think you talking to? So, yeah. Except it's not Donkey from Shrek though. Yeah, it's not. This was way before Donkey from Shrek. Matter of fact, this is a female donkey in here. So yeah, so probably a different tone that the donkey would be talking in there. Who knows? But yeah, obviously a different tone because yeah, it's a female donkey. Um, yep. So that's what we're gonna get into. Yeah, and then and like I say, yeah, I did again. I did mention. I mean, I did intend to tell you guys in the weekly update, but I completely forgot to do it there. I get so hyped up with the play and everything. Oh, and that's kind of yeah, that way. By doing this first kind of early up in the day, then that way, do some other things tonight. One of which trying, getting you guys the play, at least the play that was done. So that can be up there soon. There. So yeah, so that's why we're doing this first. Yep. So let's go on and get into this here. Oh yeah, numbers. Yeah, yeah. So we're going to the over to numbers here. Should have already been turned there. Turns out we got 36 chapters in numbers, so we're almost. So we're after this week we will be about two Bible readings away from finishing numbers there. So and after finishing numbers, we will have one more book, Deuteronomy, the final book of Moses, and when Moses' time will be complete, he will be taken away because he is not going to cross the promised land with Israel, uh, but he is going to have a new leader lead them into Israel, which of course is Joshua. It will be so yeah, like I say, we have a couple more weeks in numbers, and then after that's finished, we'll have Deuteronomy. I think it's sort of more so reminding Israel of what to do in this promised land because a lot of, as explained earlier, a lot of the older generation that crossed the Red Sea and everything have died out due to their disobedience and everything and the rebellions and all that. So now, and then them doubting, constantly doubting God, especially when He showed them the promised land, but they was like, "Oh, there's giants over there. We can't do it." So now we got a newer generation. They had another clean out due to Dathan there. So now, Deuteronomy is after a couple more weeks in Numbers, Deuteronomy will be filling in this new generation, making sure they know what to do in the new promised land before Joshua takes over and leads them into it there. So, yeah, that's how far along we have gotten here. Yep. And there's one thing I want to mention to you guys. This is from Sunday when Christina and I went to Brookwood. This past Sunday between the plays and stuff like that. Um, we was actually in the book. Pastor David Rice was in the book of Deuteronomy, um, talking about home is where the heart thrives. Be sure y'all definitely. I got links to Brookwood's YouTube page, Facebook, and all that. So definitely look up the previous week. So yeah, definitely go to Brookwood's site and everything, and look up the recent just this past Sunday service. So you can hear him talk from Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 10 to 25. Sort of a spoiler for where we're coming to in the Bible reading in a little bit there. So yeah, do that. But one of the things he pointed out in here that really caught my attention, God's jealousy is positive because he doesn't want his children to settle for less. Be grateful, celebrate God, hold fast to God, and share your story. So yeah, going back. So how they always tell us, well, don't be, ooh, I can't believe I am so jealous of him. So now, this actually taught us the difference between, say, if I were looking over at just say if me and EJ were talking, he's like, well, hey Gabe, check out this new plasma TV I got. It's the bomb. And I'm like, can't believe this. And it ain't, man, I just got this plain old TV. I'm jealous. So that would be a bad jealous. Not to mention other things that would make you envious. But God's jealousy is positive. Now, some people that's probably going to be hard to believe there. They probably hearing that said, and especially like when you look at the service and hear Pastor Rice talk about this in even greater detail than what I'm sharing here. Yeah, definitely check it out. Probably gonna think y'all, man, Gabe, y'all crazy. How is any kind of jealousy positive? Well, because as he explained, as I wrote down from in my little notes I took, so we had this right here, filling in the blanks, but we also took some notes outside of the blanks that were just written down, and say his jealousy is positive because it's not that God is jealous of stuff that we have, because remember, God provides everything that we have. All of this, it's because of God. What me and Christina were looking for a house and everything. When we was engaged and stuff, didn't know where we'd be able to get one. We was looking for an apartment actually, and ended up getting this house. It's a little small house and everything, but hey, thank God for it. This is a lot better than living in an apartment. So I'm just saying that, yeah, even though it's small, it's still better than living in an apartment because, like I say, we ain't got to worry about no landlord knocking on our rent. Yeah, or things that or building evictions or something happening to the apartment as a whole, and us and several residents having to run out or something. So yeah, uh, thank God for this. We are grateful for this. So yeah, but what do we have that God has to be jealous of? No, the jealousy is not because we got this. God made the whole world. So no, it's because he doesn't want any of us to settle for less. And that is and relate. That's why I say, don't be going serving no idol gods like the golden calf. Yeah, don't be going doing that because that golden calf did not get you out of Egypt. The golden calf did not part the Red Sea. It didn't bring plagues and all of that. It didn't. That golden calf did not even. The golden calf did nothing for you. You built this golden calf and it just sits there. That's all it does. It just sits there. It does nothing. And as I heard someone say, nothing, absolutely nothing. But God does everything. So that's why his jealousy is positive, because he does everything, and the idol gods do nothing. So to settle for something that does nothing over the one above who does everything, that's pretty sad. Hmm. That's very sad, sad, sad. So, yeah. So that's why. So that's a difference between God's jealousy and man, and the jealousy of mortal men. So, all right. So let's go on and get into this here. So yep. Like I say, yeah. So, all right. So chapter 21, Arad destroyed when the Canaanite. When the Canaanite, the king of Arad, who lived in Negev, heard that Israel was coming by the way of Ephraim, he fought against Israel and took some of them captive. And Israel vowed a vow to the Lord and said, "If you will indeed give this people into my hand, then I will devote their cities to destruction." Israel vowed to the Lord, and the Lord heard the voice of Israel and gave over the Canaanites, and they devoted them their cities to destruction, and the place was called Haram. Then we got the bronze serpent. From Mount Hora, they set by the way of the Red Sea to go around the land of Edom. The people became impatient along the way, and people spoke against God and against Moses. "Why have you brought us out of Egypt to die in the wilderness?" Yeah, quit complaining. Quit complaining so much. Oh my God, I just finished mentioning about that. Ooh, it just really gets, that can really get you. You do all this. Oh, God does everything, and you got the nerve to get angry with him? Mm. Yeah, this is probably how Moses feel right now. Why have we love? Say, there is no food and no water, and we loathe this worthless food. God provides all that for you. Why are you complaining? Then the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, so that many people of Israel died. And the people came to Moses, "We have sinned. We've spoken against the Lord, and you pray that the Lord take these serpents away." So Moses prayed for the people, and the Lord said to Moses, "Make a fiery serpent. Set it on a pole. Everyone who is bitten, when he sees it, shall live." Moses made a bronze serpent and set it on a pole. And if the serpent bit anyone, he would look at the bronze serpent and live. All right. Now quit all that complaining now. I ain't playing with y'all. The song of the whale. And the people set out and they camped in Obah. They set out from Obah. They camped at Abarim in the wilderness, which is the opposite of Moab, toward the sunrise. And they camped in the valley of Zerah. From there, they set out and camped on the side of Arnon, which is in the wilderness that extends from the border of the Amorites. For the Aron is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites. Therefore, it is the book of wars of the Lord. Wahib and Sippah, the valleys of Ara, and the slope of the valleys that extend to the seats of Ar, leans to the border of Moab, and they continue to bear. That is the whale of which the Lord said to Moses, "Gather to the people together, and so that I may give them water." And Israel sang a song. "Spring up, O well, sing to it, the well that the princess made, nobles of people dug with the scepter, and with their staffs. Not really sure how the rhythm was. I was just taking a guess. And the wilderness, they went to Matatan, from Matatan to Nehilah, and from Nehilah to Bethlehem, and from Bamoth to the valley lying in the region of Moab to the top of Pisgah, the door and that looks down on the desert. Then we're talking about old King Silom defeated. Then Israel sent messengers to King Silom, king of the Amorites, saying, "Let me pass through your land. We will not turn aside into the field, the vineyard. We will not drink of the water of the well. We will go by the king's highway." And they're not talking about the one here in Shreveport. "Until we have passed through your territory." But Silom would not allow Israel to pass through his territory. He gathered all his people together, went out against Israel in the wilderness, and came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. Israel defeated him with the edge of the sword and took possession of the land from Arnon to Jabbok, as far as the Amorites. The border of the Amorites was strong. See, all he had to do was just let them pass, and he brought that on himself. And Israel took all the cities, and Israel settled in all the cities of the Amorites, and Heshbon and its villages. For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, and the king of the Amorites who fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land at the hand as far as Aram. Therefore the ballad singers say, they oh, come to, Heshbon, let be built. Let the city of Siloam be established. For fire came out from Heshbon. It devoured and Moab, and swallowed the heights of the Amron. Woe to you, O Moab! You are undone, O people of Chemosh. He has made his sons fugitives, and his daughters captives to an Amorite king Sihon. So we overthrew them. Heshbon as far as Dibon, perish and lay waste as far as Nabon. Fire spread as far as Medeba. What's up, Mr. EJS in the house? What's going on? Mr. Award winner tomorrow. Yeah. Well, at least this is one advantage of doing the Bible reading tonight there. Yeah, at least you won't miss it and still get your, yes, it's I know you got your award show tomorrow there. Yeah. Big time award winner, EJS. Yeah. And let's just say that singing made me think I was at Brookwood again. That's how we kind of be singing at Brookwood. Yeah. Yeah, we Father. And then King Og gets defeated. Thus Israel lived in the land of the Amorites, and Moses sent a spy out to Jazar, and they captured his villages and depossessed the Amorites who were there. Then they turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, came out against them, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei. But the Lord said to Moses, "Do not fear him, for I have given him into your hand for all his people and all his land. And you shall do to him as you did to Sihon, king of the Amorites, who lived at Heshbon." So they defeated him and all his sons and people till he had no survivors left, and possessed this land. Doing pretty good so far, okay? These things are starting to look up. Now, we get to chapter 22. Balak summons Balaam. Oh, yeah. You knew that was coming. Yeah, I mentioned that last time. We were coming up to Balak and Balaam. And you know, if there's Balak and Balaam, there's gonna be a talking donkey in this here. So, and I don't mean the one from Shrek. So, then the people of Israel set out and camped in the plains of Moab, beyond the Jordan at Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites, and Moab was in great dread of the people because there were many, so like the Egyptians. Moab was overcome with fear of the people of Israel, and Moab said to the elders of Midian, "This horde will now lick up all that is around us as the ox licks up the grass of the field." So Balak, the son of Zippor, who was king of Moab at that time, sent messengers to Balaam, the son of Beor, at Pittar, which was near the river in the land of the people of Ammon, to call to him, saying, "Behold, the people has come out of Egypt. They cover the face of the earth. They are dwelling opposite of me. Come now, curse this people for me, since they are too mighty for me. Perhaps I shall be able to defeat them and drive them from the land. For I know that he whom you bless is blessed, and he you have cursed is cursed." Yeah, so he's calling for old Balaam to come. This kind of brings back memories of Pastor Armington talking from this passage of scriptures there about old Balaam and Balak. Man, this was a oh boy, ooh, this is good. This is some good memories. Talking about this in Bible study here. So, yeah, but he's calling, and Balaam, as they explained, Balaam was somebody who could call forth different divins of spirits, both and a lot of time they weren't no good spirits. There it wasn't like say a preacher say I received something from the Holy Spirit. Now we talking about demonic divinations and stuff like that. So Balaam was probably calling, as the paranormal movies say, calling old Toby and all that there. Yeah, so, ugh, yeah, that's why he was asking him to curse these people. So, all right. So the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with fees for divination in their hand. They were ready. They're gonna probably pay him pretty good to do this too. And they came to Balaam and gave him Balak's message. They say, and he said to them, "Loud here tonight, I will bring back word as the Lord speaks to me." So the princes of Moab stayed with Balaam, and God came to Balaam and said, "Who are these?" "Who are these men with you?" Balaam said to God, "Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, has sent me, saying, Behold, the people have come out of Egypt and covered the face of the earth. Now come curse them for me. Perhaps I'll be able to fight against them and drive them out." God said to Balaam, "You shall not go with them. You shall not curse the people, for they are blessed." Yeah, God told you. So Balaam rose in the morning and said to the princes of Balak, "Go to your own land, for the Lord has refused to let me go with you." So the princes of Moab rose and went to Balak and said, "Balaam refuses to come with us." Once Balak sent the princes more in number and more honorable than these, and they said to Balaam, and they came to Balaam and said to him, "Thus says Balak the son of Zippor, let nothing hinder you from coming to me. Sure, for surely you do you great honor, and whatever you say to me I will do. Come curse these people for me." And Balaam answered and said, service to the servants of Balak, "I thought Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold. I could not go beyond the command of the Lord my God to do more or less." Okay, so look like Balaam. Okay, so look like Balaam somewhat trying to do the right thing. Well, as the principal say, let's keep reading. So you to stay here with me tonight, and I'll know more about what the Lord says to me. And God came to Balaam that night and said, if these men call you, rise, go with them. But let me tell. Wait. Only do what I tell you to do. So Balaam rose in the morning and saddled his donkey and went with the princes of Moab. Now Balaam's donkey and the angel. God's anger was kindled because he went and the angel of the Lord took his stand in the way and as his adversary. Now he was riding on the donkey. Two of his servants were with him, and the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with a drawn sword in his hand. Oh boy, an angel with a sword here. Okay, I thought it was my wife there. Okay. So he saw him. So okay, wait, okay. Saw him with a sword drawn in his hand, and the donkey turned aside out of the road and went into the field. Now, note, only the donkey is seeing this angel, not Balaam. Only the donkey sees. And though you just imagine you in the donkey's position, and you see an angel come down with a sword, and you're like, "Oh no, I ain't messing with that. Nope, I'm out of here. I'm out of here." Mm-hmm. The donkey's so. Hey, what's going on, Janara? Say, glad to see you in here. So we talking about old Balaam and Balak here there. Say, and got to we at the part about the talking donkey there. Say, oh yeah, we did. Well, we missed you in here too there. Yeah, it's been a while there. Say, we're glad to see you though. Say, yep. But yeah, that's say we're talking about say so far we ain't got to where the donkey has seen the angel, but Balaam cannot see the angel. And the donkey's like, oh, I'm out of here. So the donkey turned, so he saw this, so the donkey turned aside out of the road and went into the field. And Balaam struck the donkey and saw the angel of the Lord. She pushed when the angel saw oh yeah. So he struck the donkey and turned her into to the road. Then the angel of the Lord. Oh, okay, cool. Congratulations there. All right. So say then the angel of the Lord stood in the narrow path between the vineyards on the wall on each. Say it was a narrow path between the vineyards, a wall on either side. When the donkey saw that angel of the Lord, she pushed against the wall and pressed Balaam's foot against the wall. So he struck her again. It's not number two. Then the angel of the Lord went ahead in a narrow place where there was no way to turn left or right. And the donkey saw the angel and she lay down under Balaam. They know where she can go. And Balaam's anger was kindled. He struck the donkey with the staff. And the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey. And she said to Balaam, what have I done to you that you struck me these three times? And Balaam said to the donkey, because you made me a fool, you made a fool of me. I wish I had a sword in my hand, I would kill you. Balaam, you kind of look like a fool right now. I don't think you need the donkey's help for that. Okay. The donkey said to Balaam, am I not your donkey, which you have ridden all your life long to this day? Is it my habit to treat you this way? And he said, no. And the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam. And Balaam saw the angel standing in the way with the sword drawn in his hand. He bowed and fell face down. And the angel said to the Lord, why have you struck your donkey these three times? Behold, I have come out to oppose you, because your way is perverse before me. And the donkey saw me and turned aside before these three times. If she didn't turn aside, surely I would have killed you and let her live. So your donkey just saved your life, Balaam. Then Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for I did not know it was you that stood in the road against me. Therefore, if it is evil in your sight, I will turn back. Angel of the Lord said to Balaam, no, go with the man, but speak only the word that I tell you. So Balaam went with the princess of Balak. Let's make sure we get that clear. When Balak heard that Balaam had come, he went out to meet him in the city of Moab, on the border formed by Anon, at the extremity of the border. And Balak said to Balaam, "Did I not send you to call? Place, did I not send to you to call you? Why did you not come to me? Am I not able to honor you?" Balaam said to Balak, "Behold, I have come to you. Have I now any power to speak on my own, to speak anything? The word that God puts in my mouth, that I must speak." Balaam went with Balak, and they went to Kara, Karahazah, and Balak sacrificed an oxen, a sheep, and sent for Balaam and the priests who were with him. In the morning, Balak took Balaam and brought him to Baal-Moth, and from there he saw the fraction of the people. So, what's going to happen now? Chapter 23, Balaam's first oracle. And Balak said to Balak, "Build for me these 7 altars and prepare 7 bulls, 7 rams." Balak did as Balaam said. Balak and Balaam offered each altar a bull and a ram, they said to Balaam said to Balak, "Stand beside your burnt offering, and I will go. Perhaps the Lord will come to meet me, and whatever he shows me, I will tell you." And he went to have a bear height, and God met Balaam, and Balaam said to him, "I have arranged these 7 altars. I have offered on each altar a bull and a ram." And the Lord put the word in Balaam's mouth and said, "Return to Balak, thus you speak." And he returned to him, and behold, he and all the princes of Moab were standing beside the burnt offering. Balaam took up his discourse and said, "From Aram Balak has brought me, the king of Moab from the eastern mountains. Come, curse Jacob for me. Come, denounce Israel. How can I curse whom the Lord has not cursed? How can I denounce whom the Lord has not denounced? For from the top of the crags I see him. From the hills I behold him. Behold, a people dwelling alone, and not counting itself among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, the number for part of Israel? Let me die the death of the upright, and let my end be like his." Balak said to Balaam, "Well, what have you done? I took you to curse my enemies, and behold, you done nothing but bless them." And he answered, "Must I not take care to speak what the Lord puts in my mouth?" Balaam said, "I'm just doing what the Lord told me to do." So, okay, let's see what the second oracle is like here. And Balaam said to him, "Please come with me and to another place, which you may see them. You shall only see a fraction of them. You won't see all of them. Then curse them for me from there." He took them to the field of Zophim at the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Balaam said to Balak, "Stand here beside." Oh, hang on just a second there. Let me take her back here. And halfway done. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway, say so. Then cursed them from here. So Balaam said to Balak, "Stand here beside the burnt offering. I will meet with the Lord over there." And the Lord met Balaam and put a word in his mouth and said, "Return to Balak, and thus shall you speak." And he came to him, and behold, he was standing beside his burnt offering with the princes of Moab. And Balak said to him, well, what has the Lord spoken? And Balaam took his disclosure and said, his discourse. I don't know why I keep saying disclosure. Say, rise, Balak, and hear. Give ear to me, O son of Zippor. God is not man, he should lie, or a son of man that he should change his mind. Has he has he said he will not do it, or he has spoken he will not fulfill it? Behold, I receive the command to bless. He has blessed. I cannot revoke it. He has not beheld misfortune in Jacob. He has not seen trouble in Israel. The Lord their God is with them, and the shout of the king is among them. Say, the shout of a king is among them. God brings them out of Egypt and is for them like the horns of a wild ox. For there is no enchantment against Jacob, no divination against Israel. Now it shall be said, Jacob and Israel, God has wrought. Behold, a people as a lioness, it rises up, and as a lion itself, as a lion, it lifts itself. It does not lie down until it is devoured the prey and drunk the blood of the slain. And Balak said to Balaam, okay, do not curse them at all. Do not bless them at all. And Balaam answered Balak, did I not tell you all that the Lord said I must do? And Balak said to Balaam, oh, come now, I will take you to another place. He just don't give up, do he? To another place, perhaps it will please God that you may curse them there for me. And Balak took Balaam to the top of Peor, which overlooks the desert. And Balaam said to Balak, build me 7 altars and prepare for me 7 bulls, 7 rams. And he did, and they did as such, and offered the bull and the ram on each altar. Okay. All right. So now we go into the 24th chapter, the 3rd oracle. And give me just 1 second there. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that there. Okay, so let's see what this 3rd oracle's like here. When Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel, he did not go as at other times to look for omens, but set his face toward the wilderness. Balaam lifted up his eyes and saw Israel camping tribe by tribe. The Spirit of God came on him, and he took up to his discourse and said, here we go, the oracle of Balaam, son of Beor, the oracle of the man whose eye is open, and the oracle of him who hears the words of God, who sees the vision of the Almighty, falling down with his eyes uncovered. How lovely are your tents, O Jacob, your encampments, O Israel, like palm groves that stretch afar, like gardens beside a river, like olives that the Lord has planted, and cedar trees beside the water. Water shall flow from his buckets, and his seed shall be many in the waters. His king shall be higher than Agag. His kingdom shall be exalted. God brings him out of Egypt, and for him, like the horns of a wild ox, he shall eat up the nation, his adversaries, break their bones in pieces, pierce through them with his arrows. He crouched and lay down like a lion, like a lioness. Who will rouse him up? Blessed are those who bless you, and curse those who curse you. Mm-hmm. God say what he say. That's what he say. Mm-hmm. Balak's anger was kindled against Balaam. He struck his hands together, and Balak said to Balaam, I called you to curse my enemies, and behold, you blessed them these 3 times. Therefore, now flee to your own place. I say, I will certainly honor you, but the Lord has held you back from honor. Balaam said to Balak, did I not tell your messengers who sent me? If Balak should give me a house full of silver and gold, I will not go beyond the word of the Lord to do either good or bad, not of my own will. What the Lord speaks, I will speak, and behold, I am going to the people. Come, I will let you know what this people will do to your people in the latter days. So yeah, it's like, hey, look, look, I read you the contract and everything. I can't say nothing unless God tells me to say it. So you got what you paid for, Balak. As the villains in the Legion of Doom say, you get what you pay for, the door. So yeah, Balaam's final oracle. Let's see what this is gonna be. He took up his disclosure and said, the oracle of Balaam, the son of Beer, the oracle of the man whose eyes open, and the oracle of him who hears the words of God, who knows the knowledge of the Most High, who sees the vision of the Almighty falling down with his eyes uncovered. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star shall come out of Jacob with a scepter, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. It shall crush the forehead of Moab. It will break down the sons of Sheep. Edom will be depossessed. Seir also, his enemies shall be the dispossessed. Israel is doing violently. I think it's Baliantly. I think I know how it's pronounced, but I wasn't for sure. Okay, and one from Jacob shall exercise dominion. Sorry, exercise dominion and destroy the survivors of cities. Then he looked on Amalek and took his disclosure and said, Amalek was the first among the nations, and its end is utter destruction. He looked on me and took up his disclosure and said, enduring is your place, and your nest is set in the rock. Nevertheless, Cain shall be burnt when Asher takes away your captives. And he took up disclosure, this discourse, and said, alas, who shall live when God does this? And the ships shall come from Kittim, and shall afflict Asher and Eber, and he too shall come to utter destruction. Balaam arose and went back to his place, and Balak went his way. Yeah. Other words, God told me I ain't cursing them. Let's see. So there was something, and I remember who was first reading about this from Pastor Armington when he was over First Baptist Church of Cedar Grove. He mentioned about Balak also presenting some a meal for Balaam there. Let's see, there was something I'm trying to see. Did I overread it there? Let's see, give me a full house, silver and gold. Let's see. So I'm just trying to see something here. Let's see, I missed it. Yeah, he gave him a full house. He gave him a house full of silver and gold. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I may have missed it somewhere, but please. Okay, well maybe. Okay, well anyway, Okay, let's read the final chapter for this week here. Chapter 25, Baal worship at Peor. Oh boy. When Israel lived in Shittim, the people began to whore with the daughters of Moab. These invited the people to the sacrifices of their God, and the people ate and bowed to their God. Oh, okay, this may be it right here. Yeah, be careful who you allow to feed you and stuff like that. Say the daughters taking in taking in some of the men of Israel, like, hey, come on in, join us. We cool. Y'all, hey, what's up, our guys there? Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt. That's good food, isn't it? It's like, so Israel yoked himself at to Baal of Peor. The anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and the Lord said to Moses, take all the chiefs of the people to hang them in the sun before the Lord, that the fierce anger of the Lord may turn away from Israel. Moses said to the judges of Israel, each of you will kill his men that have yoked themselves to Baal of Peor. Behold, one of the people of Israel came and brought a Midianite woman to his family, say, Midian to his family in the sight of Moses and in the sight of the whole congregation of the people, while they were weeping at the entrance of the tent of meeting. When Phineas, say, we got Phineas in the Bible, the son of Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest saw it, he rose and left the congregation, took a spear in his hand, and went after the man of Israel into the chamber and pierced both of them, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. Thus the plague on Israel was stopped. Nevertheless, those that died by the plague was 24,000. The zeal of Phineas. And the Lord said to Moses, Phineas, son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, has turned back my wrath from the people. In that he was jealous of my jealousy among them, so that I could not consume the people of Israel with my jealousy. Therefore say, behold, I shall give him my covenant of peace, and it shall be to him and his descendants after the covenant of perpetual priesthood, because he was jealous for his God, made atonement for the people of Israel. The name of the slain man in Israel who was killed with the Midianite woman, they was Zamir, the son of Zulah, chief of the father's house belonging to the Simeonites. And the name of the Midianite woman who was killed was Cozbi. They was Cozbi, the daughter of Zur, who was the tribal head of the father's house of Midian. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, harass the Midianites and strike them down, for they have harassed you with their wiles, which they their wild which they have beguiled you in the matter of PR, and the matter of Kozabi, the daughter of the chief of Midian, their sister who was killed on that day by the plague on the account of PR. Okay, so that is where we will stop for this week. Yep. So, as I say, we got two more Bible readings that will complete the book of Numbers before we go into Deuteronomy. So, yep. So still got some ways to go. Excuse me. As I before we reach the finale of Moses there, and yeah, after Moses finishes in Deuteronomy, we'll be going over into Joshua. Yeah, you know what? And with Joshua comes that Battle of Jericho. So yep. So that's it for this week. And excuse me again. I do apologize for not letting you guys know in the weekly update ahead of time about this change there. But like I say, I'll definitely try to do better with keeping, because I know that's the whole purpose of the weekly updates, to keep y'all informed week to week of how things are going to be. Um, especially if for some reason things go out of the ordinary. So yeah, hopefully, like I say, hopefully I'll be back where I could do like we've been usually doing on Wednesday nights. Um, so until then, like I say, make sure you definitely like, share, and subscribe. Definitely get our available books and support us on the Patreon, just like Iceman Universe, and check out his stuff and everything by supporting him, as well as also just like you hang out with us on the live streams, you can hang out with us on Facebook and Discord, and we can tell each other stuff on the McCary app. And we will see you guys in the next video or live stream, whichever one comes first. And until then, y'all take care, everybody. Ew.